drawing. So today's first drawing is going to be Pokemon, and the person requested Ash with Pikachu. I've actually never drawn Pokemon before. I worked on some of the comic books and stuff back in the day, but I've never just done like a sketch drawing of it before. So should be fun, and should be a kind of a quick one. So hopefully more like a warm-up drawing than anything else for us, and then we've got some Star Wars stuff coming up too. So if you're just joining us, feel free to hop on the chat. Let me know you're here. Tell me what your favorite Pokemon is, and let's get started. So I've got it roughed out in my blue pencil, and I'm going to take my black colored pencil, and we'll start to darken in the lines before we get out some markers and some pens and really start to bring this thing to life. You know, I had a lot of people asking me about my drawing style, both traditional and digital, and talking about some of the lines that I make and some of the like more fluid motions. And I hadn't really thought about it in years, but sometimes you might see people kind of almost do like a sketch thing on their line and just keep drawing over it. That's called petting the line, and we try to learn not to do that by doing our drawings over and over again. Hello Yoda Mom, good to see you on the chat. Hopefully the audio is good today, and hopefully you don't hear the leaf blowers too much, or if you do, they go away very soon, because he's been at it for about an hour now, so you'd think he'd be running out of energy anytime. But yeah, so we've got Ash and Pikachu here. And like I said, I worked on the comic books way back when, but I've never done like a sketch drawing of them, so this should be like a fun warm-up. Hey Yoda Mom, you'll have to let me know if the lighting on the art area is a little bit better today. I got some little LED strip lights and put them up above my work area, so hopefully everything looks a little better, fewer shadows. That's the goal. I'm sure I will learn and upgrade as we do things here. And I try to get the camera zoomed in a little closer for you today, so hopefully everything just looks a little bit better. Alright, so Ash has got some hair. And I know some of you were commenting that this is Brian, when you've got your pencil lines with your blue line, you don't always trace it exactly with your black pencil, or maybe after I put the black pencil down, I don't always do it exactly with a pen. I kind of just think of all this stuff as just guidelines. So I try not to be too precious with any of it, and sometimes when I'm penciling or inking, I put down a line that I like better than my original line. Sometimes I put down a line that I don't like better than my original line, but I just try to live with it and roll with it, you know. Because, you know, the drawings could always be better. Every day's a learning process. I think as an artist, it's just like a life's journey kind of thing. So I'd rather experiment and have good days or days where you make mistakes and learn from it than just sort of get stuck in a rut, you know. Hopefully that kind of approach serves me well. It has so far, at least. And I really like these little zigzags they do on Ash's cheek. You know, my wife is probably more of a manga and anime enthusiast than I am. I think it's just so cute. But she probably knows more about all the little nuances. I hope everyone is having a good Thursday. Is today Thursday? It's all a blur right now. But I hope you're safe at home and being safe if you have to go out. I'm a little behind on my sketching schedule because I've been helping out with some face mask, and I just kind of volunteered with one of the print partners I work with to do some designs with them, and I thought it was a good thing to do. but it has eaten up a little bit of my time, so I'm glad to get back into some sketching, start to get caught up on my list. So Yoda Mom, if you're still there, you have to let me know if you have a favorite Pokemon or not. So this one is Ash and Pikachu. And I have another one coming up, maybe tomorrow or maybe after the weekend, another Pokemon. It's kind of interesting how some of these cartoons can stay so popular for so long. And I quite enjoyed the Detective Pikachu film too. I thought it was fun. You can't go wrong with Ryan Reynolds, right? And Pikachu's just so cute. How can you not love that face? Snubble, alright. Do I even know what a Snubble is? Is that a common Pokemon or is that a rare Pokemon? See, if someone asked me my favorite, I'd say Team Rocket, and then I'd be in trouble. But I always thought they were hilarious. I mean, the villains always have more fun, right? Oh my gosh, Pikachu is so cute. All right, so there's a quick little pencil job. Grab our pens and see what we can do with this. Since it's cartoonish, it'll probably be pretty clean and simple would be my guess. Not really too much shading, but maybe we'll fill in some of these shadows and things as we go. Most of these animated shows don't really use thick, thin lines because they have to animate all of it. So probably go with like a thicker monoline on the inking today if I can. Go for a little kind of consistency. I didn't realize how much I have either a drawl or whatever you want to accent until I started to see the YouTube videos from these streams, and they do the subtitles. There's lots of gonnas instead of going tos. I was like, oh, maybe I do that. Maybe I do that and I didn't even know. So I'll blame my Midwestern upbringing. We'll see how many other little ones of those I have. You haven't seen Pokemon since there were only 101. Well, yeah, you can't go wrong with Pika, right? I don't even know how many Pokemon there are now. Are we in the thousands? Or are we still in the hundreds? I think the next one coming up is I think it's a Charizard. But that won't be today, so we just have to wait for that one. But today we'll have some. I have this one, and then I think one or two Star Wars ones. One that's a little more action-y and one that's another cute one, so it'll be fun. Fun day. Fun day for drawing. And my neighbor, I think, just stopped with the leaf blower. So now we can really relax and enjoy ourselves. I mean, you guys may not hear it that much, but it's crazy loud here. I swear he just stands outside my window and just blows the leaf blower. My poor wife, Christy, she was in the middle of a Zoom meeting with her school or something, or maybe it was not Zoom, but one of those video conferencing ones, when he started up and she had to like run to the other side of the house. See if we can improve some of this while I'm inking it. Because my Pokemon skills are clearly non-existent. Alright, but Ash is looking pretty cute. Now let's see about Pika. Kind of want the tail to be like way back here behind his ear. So as we've all been in isolation, oh, you read about Christy's PhD? Yeah, she's finished all of her coursework and dissertation and everything. So now she's just waiting to do the final defense. So it's been a long time coming. So yeah, hopefully. I mean, everything's moving slow right now, but hopefully she'll get to do her final defense, and yeah, she'll be done with her PhD. I'm so proud of her. Such a big deal. I was never the best in school, so I can't even imagine getting a PhD. It's not like there's a PhD in art anyway, so that's probably why I would never even imagine it. I will tell her that you said congratulations. Christy's really good at school. I mean, she ought to be. She teaches, but it's still hard work nonetheless. I don't see how she did it and continue teaching. I mean, it blows my mind how she could keep up with everything. So while everyone's in isolation, are you still getting mail where you are? We have been pretty regularly, but our mail has always come between 1 and 2 p.m. And I think, and the mail vehicle is very noisy. I think it's got like a bad exhaust or something on it. And the last 2 days I've missed the mail. I've taken my packages out and the mail's already been there, and it's been coming super early. I think they must be using a different vehicle because I didn't hear them come. So you have to let me know if you're still getting mail where you are and if it's coming at the regularly scheduled time or not. I feel bad. I have some art and sketches and stuff I'm trying to get shipped out, and have some of this stuff packed up and keep missing the mail carrier. Alright, what do we want to do first here? I think let's try some light shading on Pikachu on some of the shadows. It's kind of a fun little warm-up drawing today. Now that I've done this one, I'm kind of looking forward to the next one. Oh, I didn't show you guys the marker. Alright, well, this will work. So this is Warm Gray 30. I actually remembered not to ink in these little lines where I was going to put the shadows because I thought they might look nicer if they were just gray. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Maybe just a little bit in here. Alright, so you're still getting your mail every day. That's good to hear. I think that ours is only really delivering real mail like every other day, because it seems like we just get like one postcard or a piece of junk mail or something, and then like the following day get the real mail. Who knows? I'm sure all those postal workers are overworked right now anyway. Go, go, Pikachu. I know that's not really Pikachu's theme song, but it works for me. You had an Amazon order arrive in a golf cart. That's... I forget what state you're in, but that sounds like the most Florida thing ever. Although I used to live in the West Valley of Phoenix, close to Sun City, which is a retirement community, and they drive around in golf carts all the time over there, which is kind of cool. If I make it to 80 years old, I'd rather be able to drive a golf cart than not drive at all, let me tell you. That's right. Arizona too, you better believe it. I used to only see like regular old golf carts here in Arizona with like retirees, but now I see a lot more of those, like, I don't know what they're really called, like the off-road golf carts, the hopped up ones. And you'll see people, I don't see it in this neighborhood, but some of the other neighborhoods we visit, you'll see them just tearing around the neighborhoods in those things. And they kind of look like fun. All right, Pikachu. A golf cart lane. Ah. What part of Surprise were you in? Christy and I lived out there forever. When we moved out there in 2001, it was all orange orchards and flower fields. Hardly any business. I mean, I think the Walmart opened the year we moved in or something, and it was really pretty. But boy, it exploded fast. I think when I first moved out there, you could drive down Bell Road and get to the 101 in like, I don't know, less than 8 minutes maybe. I mean, that's if you hit it right. But you know, there was just no traffic back then. And when we moved a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago now, it would take like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to do the same drive. It's insane. Just too many people. Cactus and Reams. Okay. Yeah, I know where that is. We were near, like, not really near Reams and Waddell, but kind of in that area. I think Reams is a little north of where we were. And don't worry, if you'd put like your full address on there, I wouldn't have said it out loud. At least I hope not. I hope I'm smarter than that. Most days, not every day. Christy goes out there to play tennis once in a while, and she said I wouldn't even recognize it. I'm sure she's right. The overpass or the underpass or whatever they did by the train tracks, I'm sure I would just be like, I'm lost. I don't even know where to go. 2015. So I forget, where did you move to? I know I have it in the email somewhere. Or a message. Well, the question is, if you were in Surprise, Arizona, how did you like it? Because I liked it a lot when it was, before it got kind of crazy crowded. Yeah, Texas. I thought that's right. I thought you said Texas. Because you've been all over the place. Were you at Luke at the time? Is that why you were there? Oh, let's give him just a hint of a shadow. So for those of you that are into the art part, I'm trying to drag the marker from the white paper into the black, so that if it picks up any of the black, it doesn't show. Because if I'd done it the opposite way, the black could smear. And I'm sure you'll see me do that occasionally, because it definitely happens. That's definitely one of the differences between traditional art and digital art. You have to think ahead about things like that. Yeah, you were at Luke Air Force Base. That's cool. I tried to make it to the Luke Air Force Base open house, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years in a row, and I'd get up at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and I never could get into one of those. The traffic would be lined up like 2 or 3 miles on Litchfield Road, if I remember right. And finally, like, the sheriffs would just come out and make us all leave. They'd just be like, "You're not getting in. Go home." I'm like, "But I want to see the airplanes." Sheriffs did not take pity on me. Is it wrong that I want to sing the, like, Gummy Bears cartoon theme song, but with Pokemon? Let's go with 40. Yeah, that looks all right. 140,000 people in a weekend. Boy, I believe that. Because like I said, you know, I only lived a few miles away, and I'd get up, you know, before sunrise, or 5:36 in the morning, and it was already too late. It's impossible. But that's good that the community comes out and supports the Air Force Base. That's one thing I liked about it there, was everyone seemed to be on board. Now, you said you were there 2010 to 2015. Let me tell you, living next to that Air Force Base on the night of 9/11, that was pretty intense. It was just like roaring thunder of planes taking off, hour after hour after hour, all night long. It was quite moving. So how do you guys like the new lights on over the artwork? Can you see the art better? Does it look the same? Less shadows? I feel like it's an improvement, but I want to know how it looks to you. Make sure we're moving this channel in the right direction. I haven't done any like cool neon colored lights behind me or anything like the cool Twitchers do, but one step at a time. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm in a pretty good mood today. I don't know why. It's still a scary time and a sobering time and all kinds of craziness going on. But for some reason, my spirits are up today. So hopefully that comes through in the artwork. Share a little bit of happiness with you guys today. Less shadows and brighter. Good. That's what I was going for. Yay. It's nothing fancy. They're like cheap little LED strip lights. About the only thing I could really find right now, but I figured it had to be better than the desk lamp I was using. I had somebody asking me, they're like, you know, are you using this $5,000 camera and this $1,000 camera mount and something else and something else. And I said, nope, it's my iPhone stuck on a piece of cardboard. That's what I got. So hopefully it looks good enough. All right, Pikachu. Maybe just a little bit more shading under Ash's neck onto his collar there. That'll help pop his face forward. And now that we have fancy 10% marker, I can even make the tongue a slightly different shade than the rest of him. So let's do 20. Yeah, I'm down with the phone camera. I mean, I probably would have just picked up whatever it is, the 920 webcam that everyone else uses. I forget the brand, but the super common brand. And it's the one that everybody uses. And it's like, I don't know, it's supposed to be under $100, but because of the current crisis and everybody needing to video stream everything from home, they're having a shortage on those cameras, and they were like, if you could find one, they were like $300 or $400. I'm like, forget that. So I got some, I think the software was like a $16 app or something, and it turns your camera phone into a Twitch streaming phone. So it's like, yeah, that works. We don't need fancy if it works. All right, what do we think, guys? Anything else to do to this one? Or it might be time to move on to Star Wars. Let's see. Okay, so there we go. Ash and Pikachu from Pokemon. Get that in the frame real nice there. Oh, see, this happens every time I see something I want to change. You're probably laughing about it because you're like, yeah, we know you, Brian. As soon as you think you're done, you are going to find something to change. And it's true. Okay, I think we got it. Pikachu and Ash from Pokemon. So there's number 1 for today. I think it was such an easy one, we don't even need to take a break. So I'm just going to grab the next one and we'll get started.